In this video, we're going to understand and go over the pen testing process. So there are 5 vectors in this pen test cycle: planning and reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access or exploitation, maintaining access, and then reporting. So first up is going to be reconnaissance. This is the first phase where a pen tester gathers information about the target system or network. This phase involves collecting data that could be useful for finding vulnerabilities without interacting with the target system. So during reconnaissance, the tester may collect publicly available information such as domain registration details, network infrastructure documents, and employee details from social media or the company website. Tools like Whois for domain information and Shodan for internet-connected devices are commonly used. The goal is to construct a profile of the target and understand its digital footprint. This helps in planning the attack vectors. Next one's going to be scanning. So scanning involves identifying live hosts, open ports, and services running on the target network. It's a more technical phase where active connections to the targets are made to gather information. So in this phase, pen testers will use tools like Nmap to send packets to the target systems, identifying which IPs are active, which TCP UDP ports are open, and what types of services like HTTP, FTP, SSH are running on those ports. This phase helps in finding potential vulnerabilities in the running services or software versions that could be exploited. Gaining access or exploitation. In this phase, pen testers will actually exploit vulnerabilities discovered in the scanning phase. This will allow them to enter the system or network. So testers may use known exploits or develop their own custom exploits to gain access to the system or network. For instance, if a tester finds a server running a vulnerable version of a web application, they might use an SQL injection to gain access to the database. Tools like Metasploit can be utilized to automate the exploitation process. So maintaining access. Maintaining access refers to techniques used to retain control of the system once you've gotten in it. So once access has been gained, how are you going to maintain control of the system? So the testers will seek to maintain access for further exploration and demonstrate the impact of the breach. This alone can be a finding if you've gotten to the network without being detected and for however long you've been in there. This could involve creating backdoors, installing rootkits, or using existing legitimate services to keep the connection open. The goal is to simulate the actions of an attacker who would want to ensure persistent access to the compromised system for data exfiltration or further exploitation. For example, this could be like privilege escalation, where you're a standard user and you're trying to find a way to upgrade your permission levels to that of a root or administrator level user. Now in the last phase, we have reporting. This is the final phase and the more boring phase, in my opinion, of the pen testing process. This is where testers document and present their findings. So in the reporting phase, the tester will compile a comprehensive report detailing the vulnerabilities discovered, the methods used to exploit them, the potential impact, and the recommendation for remediation. So the report should be clear and structured with an executive summary for more management and the non-tech savvy, and then the technical details for the IT staff. It often includes evidence of the exploitation, such as screenshots, logs, even videos, as well as an assessment of the severity of each vulnerability discovered. The document is really crucial for organizations to understand the security posture and the corrective actions to take.